Hi, my dear friends. So now I want to talk to you about past experience and past traumas, childhood traumas. Uh, Let me close the door to escape the noise from outside. So, Debor, psychologist, his name is Franz Rupert, and he made a huge research about trauma, what the trauma is. So just imagine now, your mother is pregnant, you are inside the belly, and her husband or her man abuse her. What your mother feels, you feel. But your mother, she is the one who can say no, who can act. But you are fully slave of the situation. So you don't have a body yet. You cannot act. You cannot defend yourself and your mom. How it's working? When a kid is coming to the mother's belly, for him, for every human being, for every being, even for the ant, even for caterpillar, there is an instinct to be alive, yes, to save the life, to be secure. So, if you totally depend on mother and you are in belly, defending her, you are trying to defend yourself. So now just listen carefully. When you defend your mother, it's happening not because of your deep love to your mother. It's happening because of the instinct that you have to defend yourself. You have to survive. Okay? So you are born now, you're growing up, and in the age of 3, for example, your father is hitting your mother, or your mother is a single mom who is living alone and she is abusing you because she has a lot of non-resolved problems. But you are still too young. You are trying to survive. This works unconsciously, you know. This works, it's an instinct to save your life. It's the instinct of the animal. So what's happening? If your mother is very angry and if she tells you, you are guilty, you are guilty, you are my problem, you are the reason of my problem, what's happening? You are trying to disappear, you are trying to be invisible to survive. So this is how defense is happening. So it's like the structure that we we build a structure of defenses. So my mother was angry because I was guilty. And there is one more thing. For us, the parents, like a gods. So if she told that I'm guilty, means I'm guilty. So this guiltiness is coming so deep to your consciousness. It's coming so deep to your mind. So what's happening then? I'm guilty. I'm guilty. Just because I'm guilty. Then the second step, I need to survive. How can I do it? my mother is angry, so I need to hide myself. To hide myself under the table. Hide myself there. So this strategy you're taking in your eldest life. You grow up. You are educated. You have a diploma. You graduated university, or just you had a good job. You earned enough of money, and you find yourself taking care of mother, and at the same time, deep inside, you have a feeling that you hate her. You hate her. And then you have a feeling of the guiltiness because you had it from the beginning, and you have it now because how possible? She's my mom. She's getting older, but I hate her. This is called the trauma. So the problem is that during the life, we're getting re-traumatization. Yesterday she told me I'm guilty. After 1 year she told me I'm guilty. After 1 year she told me I'm guilty. So every word, every situation divide us to parts. Part who have to defend and the part who have to survive. This is it. And the part who feels itself guilty. Tricky situation, isn't it? How it works in our life. Our life is empty. Our heart is empty. We are good enough in business. We can paint a beautiful art. Let me show you the one. Because what I'm telling you now, I know because this is partly my experience as well. My art, where is my art? We can feel love from different things. Creativity is the way to feel love. So the sexual energy, Kundalini energy, it's the same energy. All our deeds are this energy, and our masterpieces is also energy. So if we cannot get love from people, we become sometimes amazing musicians, amazing artists. Because the nature of human is to find love. And this is all, yes? So, if you have dream to have a beautiful house, beautiful car, a lot of money, maybe a plane, if you ask yourself exactly what you're getting with this, it's a feeling of satisfaction. And the feeling of satisfaction is kind of feeling love to yourself. That, okay, I became a monster of business. I became a super king. And now I can respect myself. Why? Because nobody respected me. Because deep inside, I have this feeling and this thought, I'm nothing, I'm a mistake, and I'm guilty. Just a few days ago, I started to record my videos in English. I don't know why, but I just felt that it's a correct time to do it. So what can I say? This process, it goes unconsciously. We grow up. We became a woman of 43. We run away from house, from home. but deep inside we still wait with the arm like this. Give me a permission to be alive. Tell me finally that you love me. But this is the way to nowhere. Really beautiful art. I love it so much. I've been working on it, trying to catch the color, and now I see that I did it. I have the colors, I got them. So, the question you're supposed to ask me, and what? If you continue in this way, you find yourself living next to your mother. And the day she will die, you will find yourself in, I don't know this word in English, ambivalently, so in double feelings, opposite feelings. I love her, I hate her. Because you really love her, and you really hate her. So what to do? It's not about forgiveness. It's about acceptance of your, like, karma. That somehow I was born in a family where people did not love each other, where people abused each other. Somehow, because of the decision of my soul, I was born there. So what can I do? You should understand deeply that your parents don't know what love is. They don't know. Simply accept it that they know how to cook. They know how to iron your clothes. They know nothing about love because they have not developed themselves. They did the best to give you food and clothes, maybe education, or at least something, but this is it. The first step begins from the understanding there is nothing to wait. From mom or from your wife. Because in this situation, your wife is always the projection of the mother. You are trying to get from the wife what you didn't get. From your mom. So what can I say? What can I tell you? What can I advise you? Just stop it. Just give up and accept. They don't know what love means. But if you now listening to me means you can discover what love is. If we move in psychology, there is an understanding of our small self. We have a bigger self, it's a spirit, and small self. So the small self has a different, состояние. What's the word? Состояние. Being. So the small self has a different level of being. Child, adult, parent. So we have three roles deep inside us. You can read the Freud, Sigmund Freud, philosopher, psychologist, psychotherapist. He is describing, or you can read Kant. No? He explains this. So we have a small inner self. Self is like who I am. And the big self is who I am, like a spirit which has no limits. So small spirit, small self has roles. So who is waiting for the love and acceptance? Small kid. So what can you do? Like an adult in this body, you can finally tell yourself, I just love you. Because I love you. Because just I love you. Because all the energy of this life is love. So if someone told you you are not good, I tell you now, like an adult, like Elena of 42, I'm telling to my inner child, I love you. Of course, I do not deny the job with the figures of relatives, yes? It's Bert Hellinger, yes? When you take an energy from the roots. But sometimes this is the roots. Grandfather, grandfather, you. The energy is coming, but the transmission is broken. It's not working. Something has happened in the mind of this person and he blocked the love. He stopped himself. And then, so where is the flow? It's not coming. So what you have to do? Just imagine, this is the broken transmission, but this is the flow. Just say to this transmission, okay, it's your choice. I accept you as the part of my flow, but you are not flow. You're just transmission. And then just put your attention to the energy of the flow. Love, which is coming through your relatives. So I'm sure about the trauma which I'm speaking now. I'm not sure about the flow really, because for me it's a big job to accept that there is a mother who never loved you because she had a goal to give a birth, just to continue this what's the name, chain of the birth. And this is it. So this is a program just to give the birth without love. For me, for now, it's a big lesson. But what can I say for sure? What I checked in my experience. Trauma is happening there, but influence on you here. This is a trouble. You can never grow up. You can never grow up. You are always a kid in an old body waiting with the hand. Love from your parents. Just let it be like it is. You know, I never expected that I will start to record my lessons or my speeches in English. I never expected this. Never. But universe gives you people and you feel that you want to tell something for them. So I'm amazed of my art, really. I'm sorry, but it's so beautiful. I've been working a lot on these colors, and it's not the oil, it's just the acrylic paint. It's so difficult to give this brightness with the acrylic paint, and this is for now the realization of my love. It's my art, and this is a speech to you. It's also kind of art, because when you suffer in your life, You want to prevent suffering of other people's, or just stop suffering of other people's. This is the reason. You don't want the people go through the shit you've gone. I hope that this video will really help you. Let all beings be happy and free of sufferings.